What's up, y'all? So today is the day that I decided to finally let go of my Sigma to 1835 lens. Really selling her as we speak, and we're about to go drop off at the post office. But in the meantime, I'm gonna talk to you guys about why I'm letting go of this lens, and tell you why I'm replacing it with this lens, the Sigma 16mm f1.4. Let's talk about it. So I am getting ready to get rid of the Sigma 18 and 35. In the meantime, you guys will be following me as I go deliver this package. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna actually take it out with me to UPS. Yes, I'm gonna go to UPS and get this shipped out, create the label for it and everything. But I mean, other than that, man, I mean, this lens, it served its purpose. I will say that. As you can see, Adorama was trying to play you, boy. They was trying to give me, like, I don't even remember what they were trying to give me. I just know it was way lower than what I was actually trying to get for this lens. Now this lens, they got a cracked plastic lip, so I'm only selling this lens for $300. But that's exactly what I paid. Well, I paid $320 for the Sigma 16. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dapper Dot for hooking me up. The reason why this lens has to go is because it has a couple of gripes about it that it doesn't work for me anymore in my workflow. Get more bubble wrap. When I first bought this lens, I bought this lens because, to be real, every YouTuber on the market that was making videos recommended this lens. Like, no lie. Every YouTuber that was making videos recommended that you get the Sigma 18 and 35 with the Metabone speed booster. And I was one of those people who kind of, like, you know, fell into that crowd. But what they failed to mention is that this lens came with, like, a lot of gripes about it. So the first gripe is, obviously, using an adapted lens on a camera whose autofocus is already not that great. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much with the Metabone speed booster, you cannot use continuous autofocus with this lens. With the Metabone speed booster, you are able to get like an f1.2, you know what I'm saying, lens. You know what I'm saying? You are able to get that much light into the lens. But for me, I use autofocus on my GH5. All the time. Like, if you go look at my portfolio, Brookssmedia.com/portfolio, pretty much every video you see on there was used with autofocus. And for me not to be able to have that, especially on the gimbal, it really defeats the purpose. You know what I'm saying? So not being able to use autofocus on that lens is the first reason I'm sending it back. Let's get on to number 2. Well, let me change clothes first though, because I can't go looking like this. Well, I'm keeping this on. I gotta put some pants on. I have pants on, but you know what I mean. Alright, I'm back. Had to make sure the mic was on. Obviously, I should be able to see that through the meters, but sometimes, nonetheless though, had to switch over to aperture priority, so I ain't gotta sit there and keep worried about exposure. You know how hard it is to set exposure? You know what I'm saying? You shooting manually, vlogging, when your light source change very often. All right, now let's dive into number 2 on why this lens is going back. You ever heard the saying that size doesn't matter? Safety first. That is a lie. Size matters more than you think, especially when it comes to camera gear and gimbal work. Oh boy. Now, for those who don't remember, I used to own a Moza Air 2. I love that gimbal. Very powerful, very sturdy. Love the battery life, the control functionality I got with my camera. I love the Moza Air 2. But huge issue with that thing was its size. Now, for those who actually remember this or who know this, well, this is a new channel, so none of y'all know this. I'm a wedding filmmaker. I shoot a lot of weddings. Not a lot. I've been shooting weddings though. Shooting weddings, especially with the Sigma 18-35 with a Metabone speed booster and the GH5. Wow, you gotta be strong to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not strong, you gotta be strong. Because that's a lot of weight, especially if you're trying to film something like a ceremony or, like, you know what I'm saying, the vows, and if you're holding the Moza Air 2, Jesus, with the 18-35, man, that weight definitely hits you. But now I got rid of my Moza Air 2 and now I own a Weeble S, and I love that gimbal. But the perks of that gimbal is the fact that it's powerful in that compact size. hence Sigma 16mm f1.4. Powerful in a compact size. So now that we've covered two of the main reasons why we're selling the Sigma 18 to 35, again, a recap. Number one was no continuous autofocus. Number two was size. And number three, not native glass. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Have to get ready and mask up before we go to number three. I didn't want to forget going to the store. But I'm still, number three's coming though. So before we get more in depth on what I mean by not native glass, I at least want you guys to take a minute to think about how the first 2 points goes right along with number three, with the Sigma not being a native glass, how it affects the size and the autofocus performance. All right, y'all, it is officially gone bye-bye. Me being a GH5 shooter, you know, they always say our autofocus is trash, blah, blah, blah. But one of the perks of owning a Micro Four Thirds system is size, right? So me, I travel a lot for work as well, other than shooting weddings. So I like my glass to pretty much be light. The fact that I'm shooting with a 24 to 70 equivalent, which is still a very great prime lens, f2.8, and this compact size is like, it's perfect, right? I still get the look that I want. Granted, my shallow depth of field is like full frame, but I know that, you know what I mean? Like I just work around it. But the 18-35 was meant for APS-C cameras for Canon, like that Sigma lens in particular. So I wasn't even getting the full benefits of owning a compact system. Now, as far as autofocus is concerned, and with that not being native glass, since the Panasonic is a contrast-based autofocus system, from what I've researched and watching Gerald Undone, Panasonic works better with Panasonic lenses when it comes to autofocus. But I ain't gonna lie, the Sigma autofocus I got right now, I don't have it on this camera, but the Sigma autofocus for the 16mm is right where I need it to be. But I do notice that I did notice a complete difference between the autofocus when I was using, like, you know what I'm saying, the Sigma, like even for portraits. It's just, I don't know, the native glass just seems to work a lot better on, you know, on Panasonic. So that is those are the main three reasons why I sold the Sigma at 18 and 35. Because of the size, because no continuous autofocus, the size, and the fact that it was an adaptive glass. Like, I'm moving towards an all adaptive glass setup. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. If you did, go ahead and please subscribe. I am definitely trying to build this channel up because I got a lot of more good things coming for you guys. Please go ahead and hit the like button. I told people I wasn't gonna do this because I didn't want to kind of be one of those YouTubers, but I know people like me, if you don't tell me, I will forget. So I'm telling y'all, so don't forget, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for more content, man. Deuces.